She's an actress, comedian, and former co-host of The View. Well, now she's starring in the new movie, Brian Banks. Please welcome the one, the only, Sherri Shepherd.
I'm right here.
This is you.
I should know this from doing The View. Okay, there we go.
There you go. Welcome, 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 Sherri Shepherd.
Hi, everybody.
Well, you know, it's Thursday, so no better way to start out a Thursday than with a Throwback Thursday photo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we went back to your junior year in high school. Your junior year in high school.
Smiles
and I'm
exactly
just curious.
That was my real hair right there.
But knowing what you know now, what would you tell that junior year of high school self?
I was very sheltered there. I would tell her to live more, take risks, go out and sneak out the house more. That's what I would say to myself.
Well, so your son Jeffrey's almost as old as you were in that photo. Is that what you tell him?
Yeah, no, not at all. First of all, I can't even talk to Jeffrey because he comes home from school. He goes in the bathroom for 3 hours.
He's a teenage boy.
I don't know what that boy is doing here, but all my lotion is missing. I can't friggin' I said it.
See, this is what I was hearing.
I put it out there because I am a single mother and I need help.
You're going to hear about it when you get home.
That boy, I mean, he comes home like he worked a regular job. I got to go to the bathroom, mommy, you know? And I'm knocking on the door. He will get in the bathtub and the water will run for 4 hours and get out and be completely dry. I don't know what's going on in that bathroom. I'm sorry, Michael. I need help. I'm sorry. I'm a single mom. I need help.
I'm just minding my own business. I need help, too. Wow.
Okay, so you're playing a mom in your new movie, Brian Banks. I'm going to switch gears here.
Oh, my gosh.
This is an incredible story, a true story about a young man who's wrongfully convicted of a crime that he didn't actually commit.
Yes.
A story we hear tragically way too often. Dramatic role for you. Was this is one you had to fight for?
I had to fight for this role, you know, because I make people laugh. That was what worked against me when I read the story about Brian Banks, and it was so many names they wanted. They wanted Viola Davis, and they mentioned Octavia Spencer, and it was like there was a woman named Jada, and I'm like, Jada that works at the bank? Which Jada are you talking about? You know, Anjanou Ellis, and it was so many big names, and I've always wanted to do drama, and I've always prayed about it, and I had to fight to get the audition, and I had the audition, a FaceTime audition with Tom Shadyac, who's the director of the movie. He wrote The Nutty Professor, directed Eddie Murphy and Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty. So he works with stand-ups. And I knew I had gotten the job when he said to me, I had to sit on Eddie, the comedic side, and I had to sit on Jim, the comedic side. I think I'm going to have to sit on you. And I said, well, sit on me. I've been asking for that all my life. I know that sounded terrible, but he was able to take, because he's worked with stand-ups, he was able to take the funny side of Sherri and put it on the shelf with the fine china and bring out the painful side of what comics what we take on stage. And he was able to bring that to the forefront. So thank you. It only takes one person to believe in you.
Wow.
Yeah. Say yes.
So great.
And that's what he did.
I think we should see some of the results. Let's take a look.
All right.
All a mother ever wants is to protect her children. And I was never able to do that for my boy. Or go to my grave feeling the pain of their past. But you can do something today, Mr. Mateo, to stop the pain of his future.
There is nobody who could have done it better than that, lady. That is now based on the true stories we've talked about, but you actually got a chance to meet him and his mom after he was exonerated on The View, right?
Right, on The View, Brian Banks came on with his mother. It was this very shy woman in the audience, and I got to meet Leomi, Brian Banks' mother, and I remember I said, how did you deal with this? And she said, I just loved my son. And that was what propelled me. The love for her son is what made her drive 3.5 hours to and from the prison for 5 years. She wrote him a letter every week. No matter what people said about her son, Leomi believed in his innocence, and she never stopped fight. She sold her car. She mortgaged her house for her son. She showed up at court by herself. She never stopped believing in her son's innocence.
Mother's love.
A mother's love.
And I tell you what, and I know Brian personally, and what a nice young man.
He's an amazing, phenomenal man.
Yeah, and but Sherri, we appreciate you being here, and you're back on the road doing comedy and doing other stuff.
Oh my God!
On top of this dramatic role, you always keep doing it.
Thank you. Can I say I'll be at the Cleveland Improv August 23rd and 24th in Cleveland.
All right. You're in Cleveland. Check out Sherri Shepherd, everybody. The movie Brian Banks is in theaters tomorrow. Make sure you go check it out.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.